bro. No intro at all. We in here, bro. We in here.
Fuck it, we'll do it live. We'll do it live. Fuck it.
For real. Fuck
What's up,
it,
man?
man.
How you doing? How you doing?
Listen, bro. You know what I mean? We chilling, man. We chilling. Let's get right to it, bro. Right at the top. Mission
All right.
Impossible. Let's talk about it.
It was great, man. It was great. It was great. Um, According to Grace Randolph, it isn't doing as well, which I'm surprised because
Hmm.
it was more the same. You know, more the same. It definitely feels like a blockbuster, like a classic blockbuster.
Okay. So with all that being said, then like
Mhm.
you said the runtime was just under 2 hours, right?
No, 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 no. 2 hours and some change.
Okay. 2 hours and change.
Hmm
Did it did it feel did it ever feel too long or like that it was moving along too slow?
uh, it is a bit long, but again, it feels. I think it's like a blockbuster. This is supposed to be like a roller coaster, and
Okay.
Tom Cruise made it seem like it's an event movie, and it
Mm,
does feel like it to an extent. But
okay.
I do feel like some things should have been flattened out more
Hmm.
and not so lengthy.
Meaning what exactly?
There's the final little set piece at the end went on a little too long,
Hmm.
and I get it. You know, we were trying to make a big spectacle out of the thing that is happening, but you need to find a way to kind of let's, let's squeeze that thing together a
Right.
little bit better.
So, long story short, what you're saying is that oh, shit. What you saying is that Mission Impossible does not need to be a 2 hour plus
No,
action film. There's no reason
no,
that
but
that
it's still
needs to be
fun.
something that
It's
happens.
still fun, and I recommend people go see it.
Okay. So overall, then I guess my next question for you. Oh shit! Hold on. I'm double casted. All right. You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
All right. All right. Cool. Cool. Overall, I guess my next question then would be, um, okay, plot wise, what are we getting out of this movie, plot wise?
AI. Since that's such a big thing right now, AI. Um, it's basically about a computer virus that's strong enough to zip in and out of governments and companies and follow you. Basically, Big Brother, but the Terminator, if you made it more of a computer program.
Okay.
And there's a
So, my
go
bad. Go
ahead.
ahead. No,
And
no, no.
there's
You
these
got it.
two keys that connect together to a Russian sub that holds the key to destroying it.
So, okay, is that enough? Do you go? Okay, how straight are they playing this? Are they taking this serious as
Yes,
okay?
yes, very, very
And,
much.
and as a viewer, do you take it seriously?
Yeah, yeah, a little bit. I mean, you know how these things are. Like some of it is a little more serious than others, and then some of it was like, I wish Charles was here, because I think he would cringe at some of the writing
Okay.
and say how much of a cop out it is. But again, it's a blockbuster. It plays more like a classic blockbuster, but right now, a lot of big set pieces, and good scenes. It's a popcorn movie, but as far as deepening in the plot, and we playing this off to be, which I think should be the second to last movie. I could
Right.
see somebody looking at this, especially of our caliber, because we have a little bit higher standards, and be like, "What the fuck? The fuck is this shit?" But for regular going people, they would love it and see it.
Okay. Um. So this is the comparison that I'm going to say here.
Okay,
In comparison to a Fast and Furious or Fast Nine, Fast X, whatever, right?
More intelligent. This is just at least three to two steps more intelligent.
Okay, but would
The
you
set
say?
pieces, I'll say the
Mhm.
set pieces make sense. The set pieces and all the little action beats, all the little thrills, they make sense to the story, but they make they're just woven a little cheaper that you can see the seams just a little bit, if that makes any
Okay,
sense.
so would you say that? Man, because now I'm thinking
Hey,
about this.
just come out and say it.
Because
Just come.
what's the spectacle? Like that's what I'm wondering. Like,
Tom Cruise can still do it.
okay, because with the movie like Fast X or Fast and Furious series, to a certain point. Oh shit! What the hell, bro? Technical difficulties. After it got to a certain point, it kind of felt like you're watching it just to see how silly it can get. You're not
Mhm,
watching it as a viewing of like a legitimate action blockbuster in the
mhm,
vein of some of the other summer movies that came out in years prior.
mhm.
So, how do you go into this? How do you go into it and not shut your brain off? How are you going into this movie and not rolling your eyes at some of the action set pieces? Do the big set pieces like Tom Cruise jumping off of the bike off of the mountain, does that actually serve the plot? Is
Yes.
there okay? So it's not just us doing unrealistic set pieces just to pop the crowd. We're doing this to actually serve the story that they're telling.
Yes, but again, you can kind of see the seams where it's like you might be like, I'll let it slide this time, type shit.
Oh,
Like,
and why
like,
are
like
you letting it slide?
you just no, I'm just saying you just barely pulled it off where it's like it makes sense, but just enough that I'm not gonna say shit.
You're not insulted by it, right?
Yes, yes.
Right, right. Like when you see Vin Diesel hop out of when you see Vin Diesel hop out of the
No, catch
car,
Letty into
right?
a car
You're
and
insulted
be
by that,
perfectly fine.
right? You're insulted by that
Yes.
because at that point in time, they're playing that straight as something that can actually happen with a
Right.
real person, right?
Right.
Um, so Ethan Hunt and his band of his crew, they're
Mhm.
not super powered, right? They're not
No,
given
no,
plot
no, no, no,
armor
no.
to justify them doing shit that no person could actually do.
No, 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 nothing like that. But there's scenes where it gets close to being just a little like it's they keep elevating it to where it almost becomes a little too over the topish. Like
Hmm.
there's a part where they have to defuse a nuclear bomb, and and that isn't even the biggest set piece in the movie. So yeah, yeah,
All right. So overall, then you feel like you got your money's worth.
absolutely. Because it was still
Okay.
fun. It was still fun, and most of that shit he did, and I could tell. The CGI though, I'm not one of those people that sit up there and complain about CGI.
Hmm.
But there's a part in the train sequence at the end where I was just like, come on, bro, that's fucking green screen. Oh, I could see you zipping out of the fucking. Come on, bro.
It's,
Come on. Like there was like one big moment where even I was like, come on, bro. And I let motherfuckers get away with that shit more than other people do.
but it's not enough to ruin the movie, right?
No, 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 no.
I mean, that's important. That's a big deal. It doesn't so it suspends disbelief, but
Mhm.
it doesn't make it to where it's like, man, I don't even want to watch this shit no more. It's nothing like
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
right?
yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay.
I will say, like you said before about Fast and Furious, this
Mm-hmm.
does feel like I probably won't see this again or won't see it for a while. Like
Mm-hmm.
this was made more for the movie theaters than seeing it at home.
Right, right. I think overall the consensus that I got was that the last Mission Impossible movie that came out, I'm not sure if it was 2018 or 2017. Fuck, like those
Yeah, yeah,
years are starting to blend together. But
yeah,
that
yeah,
movie was critically acclaimed. Like that
yeah.
movie was pretty good as far as fan reaction as well as overall film critics. So I'm interested to see where this falls in as well. With them setting up for it to be concluding in the next film, is it a cliffhanger? How do we? What's the hook to get people to want to see this again next year?
The MacGuffin, part of the MacGuffin from this movie hasn't been got yet. Well, I'll put it like that.
Okay.
And that's the cliffhanger. And the villain, the main villain, got away in this film, and he escaped. So I really wish Charles was here because I do want to tell him a few things, get a little spoilery, and have him. He needs to go see it because I need him to just call bullshit on
a lot of the stuff that goes on, right?
No, particularly just the AI part, bro.
Okay.
The AI part is bullshit. It's bullshit.
Okay. All right. So,
but I do like. Sorry, I do like the
it.
commentary on, especially since this is becoming more of a big thing on AI and the ideas that maybe we need to go back to analog technology, which does come up a bit. And I'll leave it at that.
Okay, so Tom Cruise.
Mm-hmm.
I want to ask you about Tom.
He's still doing his run, bro. He still got the run. He still got the Tom Cruise. He still runs funny. No, but you know what? Damn it, he rolls it like it's his.
Yo, like what's crazy? His. I swear, what's crazy about the Tom Cruise run, bro, is like it doesn't look in real life. Nobody would run like that, right?
If you running for your life, yeah, but any other time, no.
Like,
I just assume that he's running for his life. Like someone said, you're literally running for your life. And that's how he runs.
Like, is it a sprint? Is it a trot? Is like how do you describe the way
I think he's going fast. I think in his mind he's going faster than he thinks he is. I really think he is, bro. There's a part where he's running on the roof of the airport, and it's just so funny. It's just so funny.
Like for real, that's what like the Tom Cruise run is up there with the Denzel walk. You know what I'm saying? The John Bernthal head
run. The Steven Seagal run too. Please tell me you've seen it.
Oh man, give me a rundown on the Steven Seagal run, man.
Bro, I'm gonna have to hit it up on you on Discord. You're gonna laugh your ass off. He runs like
because I guess when Tom Cruise is running, it's only like short distances. He's never like. It's never like an extended chase scene. You'll never see him in an extended chase scene. So, but it's just crazy. Who are you gonna get away from or like actually catch?
Again, running bro, like I literally think they just say run like someone you're going to die if you don't run fast enough. That is your motivation.
Hey, fair enough. So, did you see enough in this film to where you'll want to go see the follow-up next year in theaters? Is there enough there for you to go out of your way to see how this ends?
Yes. Unless it comes out during a shitty part of the year where there's a lot of movies.
I mean, my guess is it'll be set up for either a summer release or like that late October Thanksgiving release.
Please not in October.
So it'll be a summer release.
Please let it be spring or summer, or they need to find a way to start dumping movies at the like New Year's. I wish people would start doing that. Put movies out on New Year's.
I mean, that could be something, but like if last year was any indication, I mean, like Christmas is always a pretty good time for studios to put things out. But I think the way that it's viewed now is probably there's one big release around Christmas, and they wouldn't want to risk losing to that follow-up audience from that big release, putting something out on New Year's. But it could work. I mean, for the most part, like January is pretty dead as far as
Yeah,
going to the movies anyway.
as it used to be called. Fuck you, it's January.
Right, right. Like nowadays, I mean, you don't really get too much. Depending on what's being released, you might get something pretty good in February. I think the first Deadpool movie kind of popped February a little
Yeah,
bit.
that made it more popular, and people actually started putting stuff
Right,
there.
right,
Normally, maybe every once in a while, like the tail end of January, they might try to put a movie
right,
there, but it's mostly February and
right.
onward.
And then March is when things start to heat up. You
Yeah,
get
yeah.
last year, the Batman hit in March. This
Mhm.
year, I want to say John Wick
Yes.
did Creed come out in March too? I think John
Yeah.
Wick and Creed
Yes.
both
I'm
came
gonna
out in
say
March.
that, and then they tried to put Dungeons and Dragons in
Right,
there. That
right.
movie was actually solid, surprisingly.
Okay. When
I'm,
did you
I'm,
see
a,
it?
I'm a little mad that I didn't see that in theaters because
Well,
it was just a little bit more solider than it had any right to be
when did you see it?
when it dropped on streaming like
Uh,
everybody else.
well, I
I
mean,
think
yeah.
that's the trend now, man. I think that's the trend is everybody just is like with having so much content out now. It's just like why go to for at least a good number of people. Why go to the movies when I can just hunker down and wait for it to come to
Well,
me?
I
That's what I'm
think.
doing with Super Mario Brothers and Fast
Well,
7 or
I
Fast
can't.
10.
I mean, I don't blame you there. I mean, what the fuck? I really don't blame you there. I think even now for me personally, I love going to the movies. I love going to the movies. That's one of my favorite things to do. But like even this summer, the only blockbuster joint that I went to see over the summer was Spider Verse, and that was like almost a month after it came out, or maybe three. No, not almost a month. That was about 3 weeks after it came out. Um, I mean, for me personally, I still feel like now I feel like if I'm going to go to the movies, whether it be by myself or with my wife, it
Mhm.
has to be something I feel like is worth my money. Either it's going to be something that personally I want to see, or it has to be something that I know my wife will be interested in watching with me. Because otherwise, like you said, there's so many different ways to watch some of these movies, and they still put out bullshit in the theaters.
Yes, they
You
do.
know, there's still a lot of bullshit that comes out in theaters. You know what I'm saying?
The
But
Flash.
I mean, yeah, Fast X being an
Oh yeah,
example there. But I think it has to be special. Going to the movies in my mind still counts for something, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
You block out your entire life for 2 hours plus just so that you can have this experience. So when you do that, it should count for something. You should come away from that experience as a consumer feeling like you got your money's worth. So
Mhm.
I mean, I might be going to the movies less as I progress, into my 30s, but when I do, it
You
damn
better make it count. You better make
it's
it worth my
hell,
wallet being open for you.
hell yeah, it's damn sure gonna be worth it, bro.
Mhm.
Um, and speaking of going to the movies and all of this stuff here, man, we got a long way to go. The road to Deadpool 3 is a
Bro,
long
I
way to
had the
go.
whole movie spoiled for me, bro, this week.
Well,
I'm not gonna do it to you, but
how?
I had somebody give away the flavor of the ice cream and almost all the toppings.
So how did that happen though? How did you come across this spoiler?
Listen, watching somebody else just say it, and they said it out of the blue.
What?
They just like, here's how this is gonna happen, and then
Oh,
they'll
okay.
go, and then this is gonna happen, and then this is gonna happen. I was
But
just
is
like, fuck, man, no, I'm not telling you.
no. That wasn't what I was gonna say. What I was gonna say is, was any of what you were told enough to still make you not want to see the movie?
No, I want to see it, but the problem is, a lot of the good gags are already given away.
Right. But
That's
this is
like knowing what you're gonna get for Christmas.
okay.
Like
That's fair.
unwrapping the present and then having someone unwrap the present, show it to you, and then rewrap it in front of your
Right.
face and telling you
Well,
gotta wait like 3 weeks to get it.
but see, this is my thing here, right? The thing that and as things progress, this is what it turns into. Because when the first Deadpool came out in 2016, nobody cared about spoilers, right? Because it wasn't in yet. It wasn't in the what am I looking for? It wasn't at the front of everybody's mind that this is something that you need to see, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even with Deadpool 2. Deadpool 2 came out in 2018 on the heels of Infinity War. No, was it 2018 or 2017?
I want to say it was
2018. It was 2018, yeah. On the heels of Infinity War, all of this stuff here. But even then, there was nothing to be spoiled about Deadpool 2. There was nothing to be spoiled, right?
Mm-hmm.
You were going to see the movie because you wanted to see Ryan Reynolds be Deadpool and possibility of a story to match what was in the first movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now that we're in this age of the multiversal trilogies that spawn other things now, Deadpool spoilers are actual thing now. Like, what the fuck? Whoever would have thought we get to the point where we're talking about Deadpool spoilers? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I never looked at any of those movies as anything outside of quality entertainment. I don't feel like outside of some cameos that we know are going to be there and some surprise cameos that might be there, story-wise, like, I'm getting tired of this shit with spoilers. Like, everything should not have to come with a spoiler warning, bro. Like, every story that's being told is not deep enough to the point where it needs to be under lock and key, or storyline details or something that motherfuckers are out here harvesting on the internet like it's gold. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but at the same time, you still want to go see things. You want to be surprised on opening day when you're sitting in that chair and,
yes.
and someone tells a joke and you hear it for the first time. Like,
yes,
that's more of what I'm mad about.
Okay, I got
it's
you.
Like, it's like, bro, I would have loved to have been there and laughed at insert thing there instead of finding out right here at home in the cheap ass way.
Right, that's fair. I thought you were talking about like in terms of storyline and all of that. My bad.
No. Just overall big picture.
Okay, that's fair. I can definitely understand that, man. But the reason I bring that up is like that's my cutoff point right there, man.
Oh
that's
yeah,
when...
hey, bro. When we get to the bus stop, if you half asleep, I'm gonna wake you up and say we getting off.
Like, and that doesn't just go.
I'm getting off. The only way I'll come back for Daredevil, and this won't happen, but I will wish it into existence. Blue Marvel, or maybe if they do Robbie Reyes. Anything else, I don't care. I'll wait for it on Disney Plus. Year, 2 years, whatever. I don't care.
I mean, once we get Spider-Verse 3, when that drops, I mean, that's really gonna be the peak right there. That for me, that's where it's gonna peak right there. I don't see on the heels of Spider-Verse 2 being as great as it was this year, and the promise of getting a third movie in that series relatively quick, I'm not too excited about anything else that's coming out after that.
I would agree, but I want to give James Gunn the benefit of the doubt. I'm only gonna stick around for him and that side of the corner. Everything else, I'm good.
Sure, and I mean we don't even gotta.
That's it. Leave it there. Leave it there.
Okay, so this is I didn't know that Blue Beetle was coming out in August. I did not know that was coming out.
I'm pretty sure they changed the date a few times. I'm waiting to see how audience. I'm waiting to see where everybody else says.
Hold on, let's see here. Let me Let me
Because I
see
feel
what
like
the
they changed the date a
let me
handful of
see what
times.
the let me see what the Google machine says about this here, bro. 'Cause you saying you think that the release date has changed?
No, no, I think it's changed a few times. I know it's coming out next month, but I feel like it's changed like 3 or 4 times because of them shifting everything around. I thought that was supposed to come out in June at one
Two
point.
hours, 2 hours and 7 minutes. Whew.
That's how long Blue Beetle gonna be? Shit, bro.
2 hours
I
and
wasn't
seven
on
minutes.
complaining about run times, but y'all need to. Everything better be necessary. That's all I'm gonna say.
And we got August 18th.
18th.
August 18th. So, I mean that's a little bit less than a month. I mean, and that's really where summer ends. It would have been nice if, I mean, July was a little bit too bloated, and Warner Brothers is pushing a different movie for the month of July.
Mm-hmm.
But a late summer release for this doesn't seem promising to me, man.
No.
I think the best that they can hope for, in my opinion, with excuse me, the best that they could hope for, in my opinion, with Blue Beetle is that it has good critical reception.
I agree.
That's the best they could hope for. Is good critical reception. First and foremost, make this a good movie above everything else. Good critical reception should be the main priority, because word of mouth, if word of mouth and people enjoying a movie, and I got to bring up Spider-Verse again, like Spider-Verse when it dropped in December of 2018 was a perfect example of that. A great movie gets good critical reception and gets just enough people into the theater to where the follow-up to it gets more people enthusiastic about it, because that
Exactly.
person that enjoyed it told that person, and then their kids enjoyed it, to where the next time it comes out, everybody's there to see it. If Blue Beetle is a bad movie above everything else, that's going to be very concerning, because I mean, I don't know, I'm not like a numbers guy. I don't really crunch numbers as
Mm-hmm.
far as what movies are going to make, but with something like this, you got to root for it a little bit. You kind of want it to be successful.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I feel about it. I don't know. I doubt that I'll be able to get into theaters to go see it, but I really do hope that pans out to be a good movie above everything else, because that's where it all started. It all has to start from the product being good. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Exactly. Always, always. That's always the first incentive before anything else. Is this a
Okay.
good movie?
Now, what do you think though? Have you seen any of the previews? I haven't seen any
I've
previews.
seen it. It looks okay.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is now we're living in a time where if anything isn't spectacular, like people love to just bomb on shit all the time, even if it's just okay. It's like it wasn't the greatest thing ever, and it had this many problems. It's like not everything's supposed to be top tier, top shelf. Not everything is a top shelf bourbon.
Okay, yeah, I agree with
Um,
that. But I guess the thing that it kind of has working in its favor a little bit is, like, what's the baseline comparison that they're going into it with? Like, what are people who are going to see it gonna say it's not better than, or have their because we like to compare shit all the time, but
mhm,
what's the benchmark comparison for a Blue Beetle film?
mhm. Uh, Iron Man, maybe.
Okay,
If he Iron Man, if he was Spider Man,
okay. I mean, that's fair. It, I mean, the only real, maybe,
somewhere in between that,
right.
somewhere in between those two.
And the funny thing about Iron Man, bro, is that this is kind of a unsurprising haymaker here, but there's more reverence for the character of Iron Man than there are for any of those 3 solo movies.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Somebody
Yeah.
will tell you Iron Man is their favorite superhero, but like,
Ain't even seen them.
or if they have seen him,
They seen clips, or they seen it so long ago that all they have is like faded memories.
right,
Because
right.
I really want to know how many people have went back and rewatched 2 and 3. Let's be honest.
I watched
Let's
Iron
be honest.
Man 3
I've
2
only
years
seen
ago.
I've only seen 3.
Yeah.
I've only sat through 3 one time, and I've
Okay, just
seen bits
once.
and pieces of it
Okay. I've
here
seen it
and there.
twice. I seen Iron Man
I
3
think I've seen
twice.
2 more times because I love that ending scene with him and War Machine more
Okay.
than anything.
Yeah, I think I've seen Iron Man 2 only one time. And the reason we watched Iron Man 3 was because my mom came to see us Labor Day weekend that year, and we went to see Shang-Chi.
Mm.
So in order, because I tried to explain to my mom the whole Mandarin 10 Rings thing, and she didn't really understand it. So we went back and watched Iron Man 3 to get a frame of reference on why the Mandarin was really the Mandarin and what he said about the 10 Rings. And it still ended up being a waste of time, but whatever.
I was going to say, did she get it? Nah.
I mean, she did get it, but it really wasn't worth the trouble of watching that movie again when we didn't really have to. Like, nobody cared. Nobody really cared about the 10 Rings and the fake Mandarin swap out. Nobody gave a fuck about that, bro. Nobody gave a fuck about that. Like, just keep it at 100, man. Nobody cared about that. Like, most people, even in Shang-Chi, like the actual Mandarin made a joke out of the 10 Rings organization that I think is probably one of the better parts of the MCU that's kind of forgotten about, because the 10 Rings organization kind of functioning as a quasi terrorist faction, that really wasn't, the execution for that wasn't good. You know what I'm saying? Like, 10 Rings could have easily just been Hydra in those earlier movies and nobody would know the difference. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. No, I was almost about to slip and say some other shit, but I'm not even going. I'm gonna let that go. I'm gonna let that go.
Yeah. So, but other than that, man, I mean, I don't like it, man. I don't like that. Like, summer's. I mean, it's July 16th right now, man. Like, oh man, okay. I gotta get a new phone stand, bro. But okay.
You're saying you don't like the summer is practically over?
I don't, man. And even as an adult now, it's like, as a kid, when did you feel summer officially was over with?
First day of school. Always. Even to this day now. Summer to me only officially starts when the kids get out of school, and it only ends when the kids go back to school.
Okay.
That's how I look at it.
Cause man, like, it's fucking me up. It's really fucking me up.
Wait, let me ask. Do you know when the kids get out of school where you're at?
Up here in Minnesota, school gets out in June.
Okay. Cali, we used to get out, I want to say the second week of June.
Second week.
Here in Texas, they get out at the last week of May.
May, right? Yeah. Like, so, I mean, for me, we got out of school. We normally got out of school like the week before Memorial Day, or the week of Memorial Day, somewhere around there, right? So, but now I feel like summer is over. Once we get to August, it's a wrap, bro.
I say the second week of August.
Yeah,
is when.
As a kid, summer was over when you go to the grocery store with your mom or whatever, and then you see that whole. Supplies. Yep, not even before you get the school supplies. When you see that big banner that says "Back to School Shopping," it's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a wrap after that, bro. Once that goes up, man. But I don't like it. I feel like this summer, has gone by at an accelerated pace, bro.
I feel I feel you more than you know, bro.
Man, like
Like
this is
it wasn't that long ago. I was it was May and I was waiting for my birthday, which was at the end of June, to it flash forwarding to my birthday, to it flash forwarding to 4th of July, to now here. That
yep.
literally feels like that all happened within 3 weeks.
Yeah, man.
That's it.
Man. I mean, it's all good though. I mean,
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm not tripping over it, but it's just like, man, once we get into the fall, I don't really know what like because the summer has been kind of dead for me as far as entertainment goes. I mean, I went to see Spider-Verse. All right, this is what we'll do here. I'm gonna give you a rundown of the movies I went to see this summer, and then you give me your rundown on what you went to see. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So even starting back in March, we'll start at Scream. Scream, John Wick, Creed, Guardians Volume 3, Spider-Verse.
Mm-hmm.
And that's been it for me this summer.
How you feel about that list?
Overall, I think it was diverse enough for me to enjoy just about everything that I went to see. I haven't felt like I got cheated out of any of my money. Even my least favorite movie out of the bunch, which was Scream, objectively, I can't say that it was a bad film. Even if I thought it was a fucking joke, I can't objectively say it was a bad film. Creed 3 was good in spots. It featured a great performance by two quality actors. Probably the least strongest entry out of those three films, even if I enjoyed what the actors were doing there. Guardians 3, I mean, I can't really say too much more about that. And Spider-Verse has been probably the best movie that I've seen all year in theaters.
I would agree with that as well.
So overall, my summer report card on movies that I've gone to see isn't too bad. Not bad at all. How about you?
Okay. John Wick, Flash. I didn't go see Super Mario Brothers. No, that wasn't during the summer, so I can't count Cocaine Bear. Cocaine Bear was okay. Cocaine Bear was okay, but
fuck it. We don't even got to go summer. We can talk about the whole year. I mean, if that works too, because I basically ran down everything I went to see this year. So yeah, if you want to include Cocaine Bear, that's cool.
Cocaine Bear. What else? Flash. Indiana Jones. I think that's about it, man.
Okay.
I think that's about it. Cause there were so many movies you had to hand pick them on. Like having the
hey yo. We made it. We made it.
Good.
It's good, bro.
I keep forgetting when you say like 6:30, it's like your time.
Oh shit.
So I'll be like,
right.
Where
hold on. I'll be right back.
All right, yeah.
I'm like, damn, he got me again with that that CST shit. He got me again.
Yeah, bro. I listen, man. I keep forgetting, man. Y'all on Eastern Standard Time down in Florida, man. Damn. All right, man. We good, bro. Next time I'll specify.
No. I should have my gears properly oiled by then. It'd be good.
Yeah. But I mean, we chilling, man. D Smith was kind of running down some of the movies he's seen this year. He was gonna give me the grade on that. We went over Mission Impossible. He was waiting for you to hop on to discuss some of the plot points there. So when he jumps back in, we'll get into that, man.
Have you seen it?
No, I haven't seen it, bro. I forgot that it sucks because I forgot that it came out, man.
Damn, we're just getting hit with everything. So
And it's like I don't know because I haven't seen. Oh, is Mission Impossible the kind of franchise? Because like D. Smith was saying earlier, that's almost like higher class action, right?
okay.
But it to me, it doesn't have like the lore or the mystique of a James Bond, you know?
The Prestige.
Right. So for me, it's kind of like, damn, can I really justify going to see Mission Impossible like 5 or 6 now without like an established viewing history on it? You
I
know?
think so. I think after 3, they went full Fast and the Furious.
Oh, he already talking about them already being at Fast and the Furious.
Oh yeah.
You're saying that's where they are now? Okay.
No,
okay.
no. But I will admit it's getting close. It's getting a little close.
Because I mean, I was in Tally and they were doing a Mission Impossible marathon. I was like, oh shit, this is dope. And I watched 1, and I remember, okay, that was the spy thriller, Jason Bourne, and then 2 was Point Break. 2 was
because
Point Break.
John Woo directed it.
For sure. And
I still love that movie, bro.
I love it. No, without a doubt.
2 was, bruh. 2 was an action movie. You can't tell me that was a spy movie. I'll look at that and laugh in your face. That is not a spy movie. That's an action movie with spy coded on top.
Bro.
Okay.
Bro, yeah. 2 and then 3 was super intimate.
I need to rewatch.
Philip Seymour Hoffman, actual like stakes, family. You know what I'm saying? J.J. Abrams with the lens flares. Had hit him with the lens flares a few times. That was probably the most intimate of the series so far. And it worked because Tom Cruise is a good actor. But 4 was when they're climbing Burj Khalifa, and it went Fast and the Furious after 4. Okay. It was about the stunts after 4.
So
okay. You would really think that this movie.
That's what they've been using to market it. Like, oh,
they have no lie. They have. I won't lie.
But like the main thing D. Smith pointed out when we first got into it is that the spectacle of the stunts actually serve a purpose in the story, though.
Okay.
As opposed to just being stunts the way that they are in Fast and Furious.
In fact, I can see that. Yeah. No, you're right.
But just barely.
It's
right on the edge, right?
It's barely. I mean, they. How do they justify? I mean, they try to justify the stunts in Fast and the Furious.
Hey, I like I told Uncle Jack, they do it with just enough that you're like,
I'll let it go.
I'll let you go.
I'll let it go.
Right.
I'll let it slide.
Yeah.
But I want to. I guess.
Go ahead, bro.
I guess I'll say spoilers, bro. You need to see this because I need you to tear the main. They have a computer virus AI that's basically the main villain and the problematic thing.
Okay.
And the main human villain of the movie is using it like a magic 8-ball. Like bro, seriously, he's like this, like this is an 8-ball. He's like, oh, magical 8-ball. What should I do now?
No.
He's basically doing that, bro.
What's his motive? He wants to take over the world or something?
There's a part where he has an Asian henchman, and he goes, the AI told me that you would betray me. So he stabs her. Because the AI, just...
No.
And then there's a part where he jumps off the train, and there's already there's a truck waiting there to catch him because.
Oh, okay. So it's like a probability thing.
Yeah, like it already knows, and there's a parts in the story where it's like it already knows what everybody's gonna do. And the guys that are at the warehouse, they're at a safe house, and all like the AI is gonna think we're gonna do this, but we're actually gonna do this, but we're really gonna do this.
Movies are about to get real weird, bro.
Wait until what is it? The Creator or The Creation?
You talking about the one with John David Washington?
Yeah,
that actually looked pretty good. That looked.
Oh, I'm going to see that.
Yeah.
I'm going to see that. I saw a poster in the movie theater. It looked like video game art, like really good video game art.
I mean, like that's the kind of movie that you hope does pretty well.
Yes.
But let's just hope that joint doesn't die, bro. Let's hope that movie doesn't die. That it doesn't just get fried in September, man.
But I'm also hoping that we need to get back to solid, just stories, one-offs. Because nowadays everybody sees like, look, they go, look, it's a cow. Catch the cow. We're gonna milk this cow. Oh, look at this. We got a brand new cow. They started taking pictures with the cow, selfies with the cow.
Okay.
Let's milk this shit.
It's crazy.
But well, hold on. Just keep it in line with Mission Impossible. Because we can get into what you brought up here in a minute. Mm-hmm. But staying in line with that, and like the way you just described that villain, D. Smith. So like, what is this guy actually capable of?
Bro, what it is he's from Jason not Jason, Tom Cruise's past. And he killed his loved one. And so he has to get revenge. That's it. He has a few wannabe smooth lines. And he tells people that he knows shit about them. Like, I know how you stole this jewelry that you gave to your mistress, and this and that. Just
okay. So is he a tech guy? Is he framed as like a tech kind of guy?
Uncle Jack.
No, because see, this is the thing here. The reason I'm
Magic 8-Ball. Where do I go now?
So is he in line with that Bezos, Zuckerberg, Musk template for a villain that we're seeing in a lot of these action movies? Is he in line with that?
No, he just works with the AI.
Okay.
Like the AI I guess they say in the movie, hand-picked him.
So what the fuck does he know how to do then? Like, I'm not understanding,
bro.
Because most
just 8-Ball, like he's just 8-Ball. Where do I go next?
So that doesn't, like, I don't understand that. That doesn't make any sense to me, bro. Like, the way you described it at first was like, okay, this is a decent kind of action movie, but like, so I'm guessing Tom Cruise never actually gets his hands on it. Right?
No. They fight twice. They fist fight twice.
Okay, now is this an actual fist fight, or is this just Tom Cruise whipping his ass? Because that's what it should be.
Tom is having trouble with him. I say that.
Wow.
He's having legitimate trouble. It doesn't help that they're fighting on a train on top of the train.
But that ain't bro. I know I'm gonna keep saying this, but even that part doesn't make a lot of sense, bro. Like, you got Ethan Hunt that's been around doing his thing for, almost 30 years now. And he's getting held 50-50 with a guy that can't, like, wipe his ass without permission from an AI.
Hey, he's from his past. So he's at least deadly. That's what the movie says. The movie says that he's killed a loved one, and they show like a dumbass flashback.
All right. I mean, the only thing you didn't mention that was in there is like a training montage of him like up, you know what I'm saying? Of him like up in the mountains, like out. He's
been training for this his whole life.
Right, up in the mountains, getting the scar put on his face, and you know what I'm saying, all of that, like
the headband.
Right, like nah, man. You know what I mean? We need because normally when that happens to a guy, right? He trains with the League of Shadows. He comes back. Like, we got the template for that, right? Whether he's a good guy or a bad guy. When that happens, You know what I'm saying? Fuck, they even did it with John Cena in Fast 9, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? So he goes 50-50 in two fist fights with our protagonist here, bro. Like, nah, man, that doesn't work for me, bro.
Yeah, that's a rough one. That's tough.
It was a good popcorn movie.
Okay,
Charles, when you get to around to seeing it though, please hit me up because I need your transcripts so I can see if ours match up.
Okay,
for sure. I'll have to check it out.
All right. So before Charles jumped on, you were running down like the movies you saw this year. You said Cocaine Bear. I think you mentioned Indiana Jones, Spider-Verse, Mission Impossible.
John
what
Wick.
else?
John Wick, and I think that's it.
Okay.
Because the other ones I just decided to skip on because it's too many motherfuckers coming out at the same time.
Right. So overall, I'll ask you the same question you asked me, D. Smith. If you're looking at your film receipts, as we'll call them here, how would you rate, the movies that you've seen thus far in 2023 in theaters?
Spider-Verse, John Wick, Indiana Jones go next? No. Mission Impossible, then Indiana Jones,
and then Cocaine Bear.
Cocaine Bear, and then Flash would be a Dookie last, a fresh turd last.
Oh no.
Oh man,
those cameos is the only reason to watch that shit.
Oh shit!
At the end.
The ongoing theme is just gonna be us continuing to fucking kick dirt on that shit, bro. And Charles, we discussed Blue Beetle a little bit before you jumped on here. My take on it is that, like I said before, I think the priority there should just be make this a good film, get the critical reception, and just try to do everything you can to make this something that sticks with the viewing audience. I think D. Smith, not to speak for D. Smith, but we were kind of in line with that as well. For Blue Beetle being like a later summer release, kind of clear of everything, and that being established as the first step in James Gunn's venture into the DC universe. What's your take on that, Charles?
The first step, Blue Beetle. I like that it's lesser known property. I like that a lot. It's just tough for it. It's tough to get excited for it.
I agree.
I think the villain is just another version of the Beetle, so there's that trope.
Really?
It's just the villain I saw is just another version of the guy. So there's that.
I'm not even gonna get mad about it.
Because there's no expectations.
I think you should have very low expectations. I get the kid trying to sell the movie, but I think you should temper it down a bit. I think you should temper it down a bit. Just be like, this is a good family movie. It's been a dream of mine to play a hero, and that's it. I don't think you should be like, oh yeah, I'm Batman. Like, nah, don't do that,
bro. Slow your roll. You ain't even out the gate yet. You already tripping over shit.
Leave out the digs on other characters from the just do your thing. Don't diss other characters. Don't bring that into your market list. Blue Beetle. Let's go. Let's just
right.
Let's just do that because it's the young kid that just got his superpowers in high school thing. I don't know how many times you can do it, bro.
Yeah, it is
how
starting
many
to get
times
old.
you can do it, but they're gonna keep trying.
It is starting to get just a tad bit old.
It's super old, bro.
I want this to work though. I do.
I do too.
I do want this to work because it feels like this is a genuine. They're taking a swing at it. It really feels like they're.
Yeah.
This isn't a situation of having The Rock come in and try to put his brand over the DC universe. This isn't even in certain respects, this isn't even them rebranding the Batman to be a different version of that character. Like, this is the first time that we're ever gonna see this character kind of get the ball and get the chance to run with it. I mean, and I don't want to say this, but if Ant-Man can go 2 out of 3 with no expectations,
you're right.
Like, they should be able to try to, like, it shouldn't be that difficult for them to make this, at the minimum, a good film. Like, that should be the whole priority there, bro. I really want this to work. If I had the time during the month of August, I might even consider giving it a shot. I just don't see myself being able to get in there to make that happen. And that's unfortunate.
Yeah. That's a good point. I liked the angle they took with that, man. Like, not a hero really at all.
Yeah.
I like the angle they took with that, man, which I think kind of, even though it didn't do amazing, I think I had a very small budget, but I like the angle with the father trying to get his stuff together. The high school kid getting powers. I don't know. I just I can't do it, bro. I just can't. But maybe there's something. I like the family dynamic's cool. It felt very Shazamish. But I'm gonna let it rock. You're right. I'm gonna let it rock. Not be too critical. And just see if they can produce a good film. I agree.
I like seeing my boy George Lopez get some work again.
Always. George Lopez is always a pleasure.
That's what's up.
That man is a fascist. I wasn't expecting that line. That man is a fascist.
I would prefer they don't do stuff like that. Because it's just like
the
articles that come with that and the marksman, it's just like
yeah. That was my whole thing about it. Especially having George say that, I was like, okay.
Oh man. Well,
okay. That's going to make the news cycle for the next 2 months.
Woke Brothers Media, right? Woke Brothers Media.
Seriously.
Speaking of which, did any of y'all see that movie Freedom? Or heard about that? Okay.
But like
Freedom.
Yeah.
I know they said it wasn't too graphic, but I don't that's child trafficking.
I saw a trailer for it, and after finding out what it is, I'm slightly more curious.
Yeah, let me get a background on
it. I saw a trailer for it when I went to go see Mission Impossible. Okay. I guess it's about child abducting kids and the drug trafficking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I know.
That doesn't sound.
I thought it was some other shit at first. I just thought it was some right-wing bullshit. But when they said it was about that, I was like, all right, this sounds slightly more interesting. And I was wondering if
I've been hearing that a lot. They were selling the right. I'm sorry.
I'm pretty. Yeah, I'm about to say a trailer. You got to sell. You got to try to ham it up a bit. So
yeah, Jim Caviezel was on Tucker Wilson, so you know what he's selling.
Wait, he was on there?
Yeah, that's where he was selling it. Let's keep
moving
it
on.
Like
moving on.
Yeah,
that doesn't sound like
trying to sell it.
I
Even if that's
apologize
not
for even bringing that shit up.
If that's not what they released, all good. But that's what they were selling. That's what you were selling. Like, you know what your Tucker Wilson and the Beast and all those hero, like, we know what you're trying to do. So that's what they were selling.
That doesn't sound like it's built for theatrical anyway, man.
Yeah, that's heavy. Yeah, that's heavy. That's a heavy topic. I don't know why they want to do like some kind of Netflix documentary-esque with some some acting, but that's a heavy topic.
There's a much better way to tackle that subject matter, but I mean, we don't work for the studios, so
I ain't getting paid by them.
But
right now they got a strike problem anyway.
That's right,
man. Well,
You want to touch that?
Nah. That was my only cue.
Young gonna get banned.
Yeah. Moving on.
Young gonna get kicked out.
It's crazy. It's crazy how things progressed. I'll say that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think that kind of tanks a lot of that takes the steam out of a lot of the later releases for the year. I'll say that. It takes a lot of steam out of that. But then again, that also the studios might get built-in excuses for some movies not clearing certain benchmarks later into the year as well.
That's what I was thinking.
If this thing drags out past the end of summer into the fall, I could see the Marvels escaping with using that as a possible reason for less than strong box office returns, or it could be spun in saying the highest grossing opening weekend post strike as a way to market a success or a failure. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
So it's a fluid. I don't like using the term, but it's a fluid situation, right? And I don't know. Do y'all think something like that could keep people from going to see movies as far as like promo and everything like that? Or
if people care enough, I mean, the Oppenheimer premiere, they walked out, and I love that they did that. They sat up there and said, "Fuck this shit, let's go." had the boy outside handing out picket signs as they walked out of the theater.
Oh man,
might be a little genius marketing from Christopher Nolan though.
That too. Hey,
yeah.
Some genius marketing from him. Cause I mean, you knew it was happening before you went to the premiere.
Mm-hmm.
So he's for fighting for the cause.
They started like an hour earlier. I heard that too.
Okay, see, so it's all a work. It was a work. It was. I mean, that shit was a work, bro. Straight up work, man. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Nobody's walking out of a Nolan unless he knew about it.
Right. No, you're right. You're right. Because like that would burn some bridges.
For sure. Yeah.
That would burn some bridges.
They were all in agreement for sure.
So yeah, if this thing drags out, I'm wondering like what the promotion for, some TV shows, movies, like what that's looking like towards the end of the year. I mean, I wouldn't anticipate it dragging out that long, but you never know.
Exactly.
I was gonna ask y'all about the Turtles, considering that's another late summer release as well. Where do they fit in here? Are they? What are we doing with the Turtles, bro? Are we gonna? Is it living in the shadow of Spider-Verse, or can it operate on its own?
Why you gotta word things like that? Why does he do that?
Right.
Because I'm interested. I'm very interested in that film. I'm very interested.
Living in the shadows of the Spider-Verse. Woo!
I think excuse me. I think it can run on its own, but it's always gonna have that thing that this looks like Spider-Verse.
Mm-hmm.
Because the art style is just the same. So we'll wait and see. Because
I
don't know. I want to go see it, and I might have the time to go see it because things about to start changing. Where I'm going to be busy.
Right.
Next month, where I'm not going to be able to do much of that anymore. But yeah, I think it will do at least semi well. I know Donovan will go see it.
Oh yeah, facts. And I'm sure Orion will be in there too.
They got a strong base. Man, I was after seeing Elemental, and I didn't see it, but like seeing what Elemental did, Animation might want to pack it up this summer, bro. Animation might want to call it quits this summer. Because Spider-Verse still brings in $10 million every weekend. They're still trucking along. That's strong, and it's not even strong internationally. It's strong in the States. It's strong here.
Mm.
So like people are like not willing to risk something might not being good. That came out weird. Something possibly not being good. And rather just let's go check out Spider-Verse again. It's trucking along to 700. That's just trucking along. Like Elemental, a Disney animation film, barely scratching 2, 3. What?
Bro, it got pulled from one of my theaters.
Yeah,
it got pulled from one of my theaters.
It hasn't even been a month.
I had a family member who wanted to go see it, and they pulled it from my theater.
A Disney animation film
died.
Pixar
died.
That's heavy.
Died, bro. That Pixar is circling the wagon anyway.
That would be a Billy during Christmas. Elemental. It hits all the beats. Horrible time.
Right, Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Oof.
Wait, what do they have coming out Thanksgiving?
Marvel.
They got like I don't know if it's
No. Disney Animation always puts something out Thanksgiving Day.
They have something coming out with like a More Princess or something.
Wait, is Wish this year or is Wish next year?
Is Wish the More?
No. This is the movie called Wish. It's called Wish.
Disney Animation Wish 2023. Yep.
That's Wish.
November. That's the one about the More
Princess.
The More Princess.
Okay, but is that Disney Animation or is that Pixar?
That's Walt Disney Animation Studios.
So they're doing that in-house.
I don't think that's gonna do it.
See, what they did is they kicked the Ugly Stepchild.
They should have put that this summer and just let that eat the production.
Again, they kicked the Ugly Stepchild. Oh, Pixar.
Damn.
Come here, Disney Studios. Come here.
Well,
Let's get
Pixar,
you out of this one.
Pixar.
We'll stick you in November where you'll be more comfortable.
I think me and Donovan talked about this like early 2022. Like Pixar now is circling the wagon anyway. Like they're trading off of what they did in the past anyway. Like we're in our 30s, respectfully. Pixar is for us. We're the only people that still care about Pixar, dog. Like
damn.
Like
Pixar,
like Illumination.
Yeah, like honestly, Pixar is the equivalent of like Turner Classic Movies on HBO Max right now.
Ooh,
that's what Pixar.
Right, I'm there with you. Right there in the gut.
That hurts.
Right there in the gut.
It hurts. But we gotta call it down the middle. Like Pixar they're the Turner Classic Movies of 3D animation.
That's rough, bro.
Why do I imagine Woody doing an interview, old as hell?
Smoking
somebody. It was the year was 95. Man, computers weren't even in most people's households yet, and I just graced the screen first time.
Oh, that is so funny.
That was before Buzz OD'd in the alleyway.
That's what it is. That's the hard truth there. But with the Turtles though, just bringing it back to that, I think it'll do modest. They got a good voice cast. I don't see them getting bad critical reception either. I mean, Seth Rogen as executive producer is pretty popular among critics. Yeah. I think they can tread that line. I think what Turtles can do, what Spider-Verse wasn't able to do, is they're going to be able to tread that line of like adult humor a little bit easier than what Spider-Verse was able to do. That is one thing that I think they can kind of work with there. I mean, the
party?
Turn down.
I don't think that high.
Maybe turn down.
I think we'll get teases like Frame Roger Rabbit, Booby Trap.
Right. Okay. In terms of, but I get what you're saying. I get what y'all are saying. Like in terms of the wittiness and the sharpness of the dialogue, I think some of that is going to be there.
Yeah.
And I mean, it can't be any worse than what they tried to do, with what Michael Bay and them tried to do with the live action turtles, bro. Like it can't be any worse than that. Like it's only but it's crazy though. Like the Ninja Turtles brand, like they have a lot of juice, and there is a loyal fan base there to where there's never been a time where that IP was not profitable. Through the 80s, through the 90s, through the 2000s, the 2010s, there's always been something behind that that generates a fan base, bro.
I say the late 90s a little bit, but other than that, I agree. I think now though they made themselves like Scooby-Doo legacy,
timeless,
where we're always around for every generation, which maybe that's cool, but me, I'm like, nah, don't Scooby-Doo yourself. So, but that's where the money is. So
it's interesting because like that's kind of the one that I don't know when that. Let me see when that releases. I wonder if that comes out before or after Blue Beetle. Let's see here.
No, it comes before.
Okay, before. So probably like first week of August, second week of August.
First week of August, August 2nd. I saw the little thing for it.
All right, let's see. Ninja Turtles. I'm gonna run down the cast here real quick because this is an interesting cast that we got here. Let's see. Like, bro, I forgot. Like, I never saw the animated joint that they did in the 2000s with Chris Evans. I never saw that one, bro. Like, and that
7.
It was just called TM. It was just called TMNT.
That one was kind of whack. That one was kind of whack. The only thing I liked about it was
serious.
The only thing I liked about it was Raph being a street hero. That was it. Everything else was, no. Leonardo going out of the country was cool too, but that was it.
But they might have played that a little bit too serious. That might have been a little bit too like, you know what I mean? So as far as the voice cast here, we got Jackie Chan as Master Splinter.
Oh, silly.
I don't know. I don't like how ugly he looked because he just got some shitty ass glasses on.
We got Ice Cube as Superfly. I'm not familiar with that character.
Me neither.
Giancarlo
Stuckman turns into him, or Baxter. Baxter turns into the Fly in the original one.
Okay. We got Giancarlo Esposito as Baxter Stockman, though. So that's kind of an interesting thing there, too, then. And then we got John Cena as Rocksteady, Rose Byrne doing some voice work. I thought Seth Rogen had a voice. Yep. Bebop. He's Bebop.
Okay.
Paul Rudd, and then the actual, and then we got Hannibal Buress. So there's some characters that are in here that are going to be for the hardcores, but I think they're branding all of these characters within Ninja Turtles to try to get that merchandise and push, I think, which is a good idea because this is, I mean, we think Ninja Turtles, we're kind of normally used to thinking about the Foot Clan and Master Shredder and all of that. So this is a different approach with presenting them and not setting it up, telling a story that we're familiar with. It could work. But overall, I think this is how we'll close out the summertime. Like this is the last one that we get before going into the fall season, man. I think this is gonna win out over Blue Beetle. That's my that's not even a bold
I would take that as a strong bet. I would take that as a strong bet easily.
Yeah, that's not even a bold prediction, but Paramount, I think is gonna close it out here. With Oppenheimer, we brought that up. Is that something is that worth the ticket? Is that worth the ticket, bro? Because I'm kind of going back and forth on
that. Nolan. I don't even know, bro. I really don't know. He's either gonna get back on track, but it's a tough one to take on. I mean, he did his thing with Dunkirk, but for it being a history thing, and I know he's Like he's not gonna mess up history. Like if the person's left-handed,
not like
left-handed.
not like Quentin Tarantino, where he just rewrites
gonna
history
go off when it comes
with
to
a flamethrower.
It's gonna be like solid. So, is it interesting enough to stay on track, or is he gonna take some liberties? Everyone's praising it as like I saw Downing Jr.'s interview, like amazing telling of the most important man in the world. And I wonder if that prestige is more important than the theatrical experience. I don't know. Because sometimes that's enough for Nolan. If he feels like he did what he wanted to do, he don't give a fuck about y'all.
Is he
that's
okay?
one of his things.
Is he wrong for that? Is that a bad approach?
I think a master learned the balance of both. I think the prestige, Inception, like that shit could be boring. Both those things could be very boring, but he balanced it. You know. So Tenet, he didn't give a fuck if we cared about it.
Tenet was great. I love Tenet.
Yeah.
I actually wish he would do a sequel to that. I know I just said one-offs, but I kind of want more. At least one more.
Like maybe the universe, maybe, or the same.
You know what? Yeah. Hell, I'll take that too. I
would love that for him to expand on how the universe works. Cause
get another protagonist.
Yeah, with a name that'd be preferable.
Oh, I mean, no, but to that point that you made there, Charles, I don't think, even with a movie like Tenet, I don't think Christopher Nolan is interested in that's not his thing. His thing isn't expanded kind of universes. That's not really his style. It's good. I think that's a good thing that works in his favor, but it could either leave you with one or two things. It could either leave you feeling like you didn't get enough out of it, or feeling like you should get more out of it. This is my take on Christopher Nolan, man, because it's funny. Like, this is one of these recurrent conversations that we have here. I think that we've miscasted him as a filmmaker, right? We're projecting him being a blockbuster filmmaker. Like, I think we're projecting that on him. What he really is a guy who makes high budget art movies. Like, that's really what he is to me. From the visual aesthetics to the way that the movies sound, it just so happens that everything is tight and you feel a lot of pressure and tension in what it is that you're watching. Like Dunkirk, Steven Spielberg could have did Dunkirk. And it could have been
a Spielberg Dunkirk would be crazy.
right? And it could have been inspiring. It could have been all of these things that like Band of Brothers and
Saving Private Ryan.
Right. It could have been all of those.
What that was, in a way.
Right. I mean, Interstellar. Interstellar could have been done by George Lucas or anyone else, but I mean, look. All right, bad example.
I get what you're trying to say.
Right? Like Ridley Scott could have did Interstellar. You know what I'm saying? True. And framed it in a way that was different. I feel that the movies he's making are for an audience, but we want them to be more than what they are.
That's powerful.
We want them to be blockbusters. We want him to be our favorite blockbuster film director in the vein of a Steven Spielberg. But he knows that he ain't Steven Spielberg. And at every turn, he's telling you, I'm not Steven Spielberg.
But the whole point is that he doesn't have to be. He just has to be Prestige Nolan.
Right.
Because Prestige Nolan was that's
right.
Like
and Charles, I'm right here with you. But after doing the Dark Knight trilogy, can we ever let him go back to that? Can we ever let him go back to being Prestige Nolan that tells these hyper-focused stories about real people? Or does everything now have to be big ideas, big explosions, high budget? You know what I'm saying?
But you don't think he's attracted to that shit? He's definitely attracted to that shit. Interstellar. He filmed a black hole, for God's sakes. Who does that? We don't use CGI. We're going to film the black hole. He loves that shit.
Crash that fucking plane. Crash that plane.
Into that hangar.
He runs to these topics. Dunkirk, 3 perspectives within the time of the... He runs to these things. No one's force-feeding him these films.
Right. So what do we...
He runs to Inception. Like, he runs to these high concepts, like, on his own. He runs to Tenet? Like, what the fuck is that?
Right. That could have been a James Bond
don't think about it too hard. Just run with it, bro.
That could have been a James Bond movie, if we're being honest.
That could have been a James Bond movie.
Time traveling
he wanted to do a James Bond movie and said, you know what? I like Tenet better. And just made a James Bond movie as Tenet.
So again, like, how do we properly, like, what category are we putting him under? Like, what label are we putting him under then? If we can't figure this out.
He has all the tools to be one of the best filmmakers ever. Like, not even without question. It's that thing where the purest nature of him overtakes the experience. Like, he films a black hole. He filmed a nuclear explosion, bro. Like, what does that mean to us? What's that going to mean to us?
How does someone film a nuclear explosion?
They had an explosion contained, and he filmed it. He filmed an explosion for the film. What the fuck? What does that mean to people that don't know quantum physics? Like, we don't know what we're looking at, bro. We don't know what we're looking at. It looks like sparks and fire. It doesn't mean anything to us.
Oh shit!
So it's that purist. I'm filming the black hole. I'm filming the nuclear explosion.
Right.
Does he just like being part of the void?
Yeah, I'm gonna the wave in every tick in the interstellar wave is 8 minutes on Earth. Like, what? Like, bro.
$200,000 in crops that they actually sold. That they grew and then sold.
Ran a truck through it. The scene isn't even 5 minutes.
And then they sold the crops after the movie.
Like, that purest nature of him it's too much.
He's starting to sound like French New Wave too much.
So it's too much. It's too much.
The purest that thing, it overtakes everything else.
I wanted to get a real donkey exploding because anything else would not be real.
No, because I get
with the narrative, it's perfect. With the narrative balancing it, but it's just like, you know, the purest thing is up there, and then the narrative's like, yeah, well, we're filming the nuclear explosion right now.
Ooh, okay. So is that a trick? Is that a gimmick now?
When
it doesn't make him money and nobody seems to get it, respect it, or like it, then yeah.
And that's the thing.
Wait. So I like where this is going here. So because now I'm wondering about this here now. Okay, so we get him filming a nuclear explosion. We get him crashing a plane into an actual runway. Mm-hmm. You know, we get crops that have actually been grown just to drive a truck through for a 5-second clip, right? Who appreciates this? How many purists are really out there that are gonna say, damn, I really like that he grew these crops? And then, like, that's inside baseball. He's not, I don't think he's doing that, like you said, Charles. He's not doing that for the person who's in the theater. He's doing that for himself.
He's a filmmaker's filmmaker.
Oh, that's probably
the filmmaker. He's like a rapper's rapper. He's the filmmaker's filmmaker. They'll see the frame rates where, you know, the sparks are different than just shooting digital. It won't mean anything. The naked eye to us, it won't mean nothing. He's a filmmaker's filmmaker.
Oh shit! So what does it say about the Nolan army, if there's a such thing as that? I'm sure there is. I'm sure there are people that are going to die on a hill for Christopher Nolan. But are they actually purists? or are they kind of flexing to be purist because they know other people aren't really in it like that, bro? Because the fan base,
He's strong.
hey, I'm telling you, like I feel like Christopher Nolan is the guy that only listens to vinyl records because he likes to hear the needle scratch on the vinyl record at the exact time.
Yeah, he's wearing a suit too.
Right. Like only has oil paintings on his wall and shit like that, right?
He still only drives. He doesn't drive a car that isn't from past the year 1990.
Like, because on one end I respect it, but it's also kind of scary because when the movies he makes, at some point it's gonna run its course. Yep. At some point it's gonna be like, nah, this ain't working, man. Yep. This ain't working. We gotta retool it. I don't think he'll be on any big franchises ever again, bro. From here on out, it's all passion plays.
You don't think he's gonna try to pull at least for James Bond?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
I feel like he will, but other than that, I would agree with you.
He keeps saying this is his last film. I think he said it twice already. He said Interstellar was his last film, then he said Tenet was his last film, and now this is his last film.
I'm retiring.
Yeah.
Jay-Z, I'm retiring.
But I mean,
this motherfucker will be on set talking about here's my new script for my next movie, and he'll write the release date and just walk off.
And it's the worst because they'll let him do whatever he wants. That's
right.
The problem.
Oh, so that's the problem.
That's the problem. No one can. Who's gonna check him? It's like checking James Cameron, but James Cameron brings in $3 billion every film. You can't check no one.
James Cameron does what James Cameron does because he's James Cameron.
Right. Yeah. But the difference is that I think, when we talk about James Cameron, the difference there is that, like you were saying, there's a balance there. James Cameron, I think, knows the balance between spectacle and meat and potatoes stories that the people who are watching can at least feel they can relate to.
Yeah.
You don't watch a single Christopher Nolan film and think I could be that guy. I could be him.
No.
There isn't one movie you've ever seen that he's made where you sat there as a viewer and put yourself in the shoes of his main characters.
No, you're right. He doesn't make them to be relatable at all.
Nope.
Never.
So it's almost like, like you said, he's a filmmaker's filmmaker. It's almost like these are his science projects, damn near. Like you're watching an experiment, a live action experiment, just to test out to see if he can pull off whatever it is he wants to pull off. But when does it get to the point where it's not entertaining anymore? And I think that's what the test for this Oppenheimer film really is.
Yeah.
Can it still be entertaining?
I really think it's going to be boring as shit, to be honest. I think this is going to be a tough one. This is a dialogue heavy, no heists, government secrets. Like we're talking up until a point of the film where they test the bomb. This is going to be this is a test. This is going to be a real test because, yeah. This is gonna be a real test for him. This is all. They're probably the public show. This is World War I. This is World War II.
No, two. This is World War II.
So they might show some clips of the German, maybe, but the film is just theory and practicing and shit like that, making a bomb. They're making a bomb. The movie's about making a bomb.
No. You're forgetting this is the bomb, though.
The bomb of the mother of all bombs.
And I think that's more where he's playing it up as.
And they're not going to drop it in Japan because it'll get banned if they dropped it in Japan.
No way, bro! No way, this is going over there, bro. No way.
They ain't playing this shit.
I didn't even think about that, bro.
Yeah, they ain't gonna play that shit. It's dramatic,
right?
They're not gonna play that there.
All right,
There's
there's a
still people
difference,
alive that probably remember that shit too.
man. So there's a difference between something being interesting and something being entertaining.
Yes.
I think that's what we gotta kind of establish there
Absolutely.
because Tenet seemed very interesting when I saw the first preview for it, and it was entertaining, but it would be very difficult to watch that film again.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And The Dark Knight was both.
Yeah. Entertaining.
Inception was both. The fine line between interesting and entertaining is where he needs to thread it at, and we could be coming to the end of that, man. You said
to be honest, Leo did like put his foot down first off with his character. So stuff
he had to say, "I ain't doing that weird
shit."
He
said some shit. So stuff the protagonist should have said. So it's basically Inception, to be honest. Without Leo.
Oh man. Man.
Without Leo. But I like that. It's very interesting. Will it be entertainment? It might he doesn't have an Oscar yet, right? He might just was trying to go for Best Picture.
They're not gonna give it to him though. I don't see him. I don't. He doesn't take it. It's never gonna happen.
If he doesn't get it with this, he should just go back to his shit. Maybe that's what this is. Maybe he wants the Best Picture.
Right, but let's
see.
see.
Bro,
it's a great cast.
Matt Damon, RDJ,
Cillian Murphy,
Florence Pugh. It just keeps going. Like I'm like, bro, what is this exactly?
It's an all-star game, except it might not be an entertaining all-star game. Right. You know what I'm saying? You watch the NBA All-Star game for alley-oops and fancy dribbling and all of that. Like that's why you watch the All-Star game, bro. You don't watch the All-Star game to watch them shoot free throws.
That's right. It's gonna be a tough one.
Man, I do wish. You know what? Let's talk about something here. Let's talk about last summer compared to this summer. We talked about some of what we saw this year. Well, Charles, like, what were you able to get out and see throughout up to this point in the year? We won't even say over the summer. Up to this point in the year, like, what have you actually enjoyed in theaters, bro?
Enjoyed? That's a different. That's a different conversation. Spider-Verse blew me away. Just building off the last film, that's kind of the kind of thing that it's like a miracle. It's kind of like a miracle, and I hope they get all the praise and everything.
It wasn't a miracle. It was the W they should have got the first round of.
Seriously, they earned it. They earned it, and it's gonna hopefully double that box office, and it'll pay dividends. I have not seen John Wick. I really want to.
3 hours.
I'm behind. I haven't seen John Wick. I still have to catch up with the issues. I haven't seen the second or the third one.
Oh,
so I gotta watch all that to watch 4. I unfortunately saw Flash.
Dog turd, bro.
Just
I would have been better off watching a dog in a Flash costume.
Watch the DC train derail.
And then just cut to those cameos. I did like those cameos at the end.
Cameos were dope.
Okay.
Shit, what did I watch this year? Damn.
I know you caught Guardians as well.
Oh, okay. I did see Guardians. Very good. Very good. Strong record through all 3 for James Gunn. I enjoyed that. I definitely enjoyed that. I definitely enjoyed Spider-Verse. Damn, was that it?
Right. Because I guess
all those movies, right?
Ant-Man set the tone for my year. That's what happened.
Say it again?
Set the goddamn tone for my year, and it kept me away from theaters.
Already got the candidate for most disappointing on your end, right?
My God.
That's already your candidate, right?
Ant-Man, yeah. It definitely is most disappointing because, look at the praise. Look at the end, the end of the trilogy. You got these old fucks in here that you decided to keep instead of get rid of. So yeah, I think that was it. So enjoyed wise, Spider-Verse, Guardians.
That
Did
might
Prey
be
come
it.
out this year?
Prey. Was that
Prey
last
was
year?
last year.
Okay, yeah, that
Prey
was
was
last year.
I enjoyed
Damn.
Prey, but that was last year. You're right.
Like, so the reason I bring that up is let's hop in the time machine to 2022 real quick, and just do a little quick comparison. This is off the dome for what came out around this time last year. Last year we had Doctor Strange 2, we had Top Gun, we had Nope, that also dropped. Love and Thunder was probably the weakest release of summer of 2022. And the Batman also came out in 2022.
Wow.
I think last year's lineup was a little bit stronger than what this year's was. And on paper, we thought this year was going to be crazy, right?
Yeah.
We did.
Oh, you forgot about Glass Onion.
Oh yeah, and even Jurassic World, even Jurassic World hit a bill last year. Quietly, but it's still
Donovan said that, and he was so right.
Right. So
an easy billion, and no one gave a fuck.
Nobody gave a fuck. But like, I think on paper, you compare what we got this year to last year, 2022 might have been a little bit stronger. Less in terms of like big name releases, but like quality wise, I think last year kind of tops this year, man.
I think so. What happened?
And we didn't think, right? What like a lot of
Flash was a dud, right?
I think Beast Machines was a
Beast
dud
Machines
too.
Fell.
It was a low. Just grazed over. I again, no reason to bring up.
Where is that? Is that still top 5 right now?
So what?
Is it still top 5? Box office?
I don't think so.
Damn, I don't see anything about Beast Machines anymore.
Nope.
Yo, this summer was ruthless.
Yeah, it was.
How many films got pulled before they ran their 3 weeks? Yo. They must have lost so much money.
Yeah. Man, like I think Disney really thought like it was gonna be their summer, man. Like they thought I think they really was hoping Little Mermaid was gonna be
the
one. Mermaid fell through too. Damn.
Hey, we forgot there's another movie coming out.
What's that?
The Haunted Mansion. And that got quite a few people in there.
I don't.
How did The Blackening do?
Not good.
Not good.
Or it did okay. It did okay. We went to go see it.
I wonder
what $4 million budget.
It was a what?
Yeah. It was like a $4 million budget.
I mean, they better have made some money.
Nothing to make.
They better shit on that. They had to have made something on that, man. It's still in theaters.
We were really anticipating this summer would be a killer.
Right.
D. Smith was going to go get the subscription to be there every week for the movies.
Yeah, I said I was going to be in the movie theaters all June, and I only showed up twice.
According to Wikipedia, the Blackening is tripled. They tripled up.
Okay, good.
Yeah, they tripled up. I mean, the real sleeper, the biggest sleeper of this whole summer was that Insidious joint, man.
Out of nowhere, bro. It's like they put it together in a week. Like, yo, the summer looking weak right now. Let's go. Get them Conjuring folks in the studio. Out of nowhere.
Man, for real, bro. Like,
again, horror movies.
Easy bet, bro. Easiest bet.
If all the genres were a racehorse,
I'm betting on horror.
Horror movie.
Was that Blumhouse?
Yep, Blumhouse. Yep.
They making yo. Do they have
busy.
stock?
That's what I was. That was what I was literally saying. I was like, man.
I mean,
they have like a flawless record,
bro. In less than a week, in less than 10 days, they've already quadrupled. know
and they don't make expensive films. Like it's under 20 million.
Like shit, the one that I mean, bro, they got mileage out of the fucking Purge. They drugged that out until they couldn't squeeze. They squeezed out a TV series that nobody watched before they finally said we're done making these movies.
And they were fun too. They had the Happy Death Day
too.
Yeah.
They knew when to quit.
They know when to quit. And they're fun because the Happy Death Day, that was pretty fun. It's a fun premise.
Right.
With the chick that kept dying. Like, they got whoever's over there.
Jason Blum. Yeah.
Oh. I'm surprised no one executive hasn't purged him yet. Try to go somewhere else.
Oh, no.
I mean, maybe they did, and he just said, go fuck yourself.
Yep, fuck
as he pushed his money closer through.
Yep. The most profitable studio right now.
Man, so that brings me to this here. Five Nights at Freddy's drops in October. And the thing that's interesting to me about that, the trailer looks pretty good. It's a video game adaptation, obviously. It's a horror movie. I think what Peacock and Universal are going to do every year now, based off the success they had with Halloween, they're going to do a horror movie every October and do it in theaters and on stream. I think they're going to do that every October now. And I think it's going to work.
Yeah, I must say, I think that's something that they should do anyway.
That's smart.
Anyway.
I can't stand that main actor, but I'll probably still watch it. I can't stand that guy. He's English and he has a horrible American accent. I just can't stand it.
I didn't know that guy was... I had no clue he was British. No clue. I mean, I only remember seeing him in the Hunger Games.
Yep, Hunger Games, and then he did a show on
Hulu, right? The Last Starfighter.
What the fuck? Was it Starfighter?
Yep.
Bro, they did a TV show on that old ass movie.
Starfighter?
Yeah.
It was like what do you call it? Not a mockery.
It was very meta. It was very meta.
Oh, okay.
It was very meta. Like the guy was like, "Yeah, that's the Last Starfighter." No, it's not. Like he was like a janitor or something. But
yeah, that one. Yep, that one. That's the one.
I mean, he's probably gonna end up getting killed in the movie anyways. Because like that's what horror. Like he's probably gonna end up dying in the movie anyway. But I think that's gonna be a hit for October, even with splitting the ticket between streaming, because you can do that with horror. You might not be able to do that with other type genres, but you can do that with the horror movie genre, I think, because of the budget and all that.
So, quick side note: do you think Jason Blumhouse could do House of the Dead? I know that would be a little bit more costly, but he can afford to do it.
I'm not betting against Blumhouse on anything.
Okay.
As long as it's in that horror genre, I don't know how they did it, bro, but like they captured the aesthetic of a low budget, realistic settings with actors that fit the parts that they're playing in their movies.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not betting against Blumhouse doing anything wrong, bro.
Yeah, he found his niche.
I'd like to see him do that now. Shoot it in Europe because castles get cheap people and do House of the Dead.
It could work, man. It could work. But like that was the sleeper of the year. That's got to be the sleeper of the year right there, dog.
Out of nowhere,
right?
bro.
Because I'm pretty sure that movie is garbage.
Or at least okay.
I'm pretty sure that shit is garbage, dog. Like, have y'all seen any of the movies, bro?
I seen the first Insidious, and
I seen the first one years ago.
I was spooked because they did this weird thing where they'll hit you with the score for a jump scare and then not give it to you, and then slap you over the face with it right after, bro.
They mastered the jump scares.
Yo, I was like, what? What is it? What is it? Motherfucker, what is it?
And it's like, yo, they pulled the same, like some of the characters, like the old lady has died, but she still pops up in every fucking sequel, bro. The one that I saw was like, I think the third one, which was a prequel to the first one.
Oh my God.
But yeah, that's the sleeper of the year. Sleeper of the year.
Ethan Hawke.
I might need to. I might need to see them joints now, bro. I might need to watch Insidious because James Wan, he directed that, and then he spun the block on The Conjuring, as well. So, and I think, yeah, man, yeah, bro. Like it might be time to invest.
For sure.
Fuck, bro. There was something else that was coming out this year that I think is gonna die at the box office as well, bro.
Just cut that part.
Yo, why are they making a Hunger Games prequel? Why is that necessary?
Is that a movie or a show?
No, that's a theatrical release, dog. Viola Davis is in it. It's like a prequel telling the story of how the guy who was in charge of everything came to be in charge.
How the Joker became the Joker? Got it. Next.
Like I said before, man, cows. They just just get old cows. Or I think new cows.
Man, like I'm so glad that wave died though. Like I'm so glad
the YA wave.
That shit was crazy, nasty,
bro. That was a crazy time,
bro. I still have the scars from what was it? What was Twilight? I still have the scars from Twilight.
Yo.
From 09, from about 08, 09 to 2014. Like they was squeezing the juice. Yo, they was
bruh. They thought Maze Runner was gonna restart it too. I was like, oh hell no. Y'all ain't coming back. Die. Stay there and die. Don't come back. Y'all hit us with the Ascension, the Diversion, like bro. Let it die. Just
come on, bro. Like y'all made him the Giver. Like why does what? Or what?
That was a crazy era.
Like that was some nasty work right there, bro. Because I thought I was gonna hate the Hunger Games. I really wanted to hate that movie, bro.
Yeah.
And I sat down and watched it, and it was like, yo, this is all right.
Compelling.
And then like just in doing bored internet research, it was like, yo, I know why this is familiar. Like, bro, Stone Cold Steve Austin was in a movie called The Condemned.
Yes. Oh, I know that. I've seen it several times. Good, bad movie right there, bro.
And it was the rated R Hunger Games, right?
The edgier rated R Hunger Games.
Yep.
Right.
Mine is like Battle Royale, which that one was the Hunger Games for me.
But it's like, bro, I really wanted to dislike the Hunger Games. And the first one was like, all right, I can kind of fuck with this, right? Yep. They got me. They got me on the first one. I watched the second one, and it was like, yo, why is the second one good? Like, why is this not terrible right here?
Uncle Jack said, just die already.
Serious. And then the third one, like, I fell asleep halfway through that joint, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, you said the YA genre. That was some nasty work, bro.
That was crazy. And it came in off of Harry Potter, right? Harry Potter
was what
was on its way out, then this started coming in.
Twilight is what helped kicked it.
Yep.
Oh God, man! All of them screaming girls.
Yo, that was nasty work, bro. At the minimum, though, everybody was reading books during that time, though. And I'm saying, I think
all the girls were reading the books. Shoot.
Yo, like the NBA Finals one year, like LeBron was sitting in the locker room reading the Hunger Games before LeBron was sitting there reading the Hunger Games before one of the games in the NBA Finals, dog. Like, really had people reading books during that time, but that's never coming back.
It's done.
I'm so happy that era is never coming back, bro. But like nobody's going to see that shit, man. That movie's not a chance, bro.
I agree. So how many eras did we see die out?
Officially, no, because some of this stuff is still lingering. Just
like superheroes probably lingering. The superhero
Walking Dead ain't dead yet.
That ain't dead yet.
It's still
the Matrix Attitude Era.
It's still hanging on.
The Attitude Era.
The Attitude Era is gone. It's over, bro.
That's been gone for a while.
Attitude,
Now. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Then we had the military, pro-military era after 01. You know,
Black Hawk Down.
No, I said Hurt Jacket. Is that Hurt Jacket?
Hurt Locker.
Yep. That came and went.
30.
Yep.
That crappy
Sniper,
Stop Loss.
American
If anybody
Sniper.
remembers that.
Wait, which joint?
That was a long era.
Yeah, it
Stop
was.
Loss.
That was at least a decade.
It was.
I'm gonna say if you don't even remember it, don't try to. Please.
Okay.
Don't.
No, you're right. You're right about that. That was a pretty prolonged era there. Lone Survivor was in there. Like this was that era where
12 hours with Michael Bay.
Yep.
12 hours, crazy.
Yep. And like that was that era where I think people started to think that the people who were acting out these parts were like legitimate tough guys or whatever.
Yep.
Like I like Lone Survivor. Don't get me wrong. That was a good movie, right?
Yeah.
But you can't ever tell me that Mark Wahlberg is from Texas, bro. I'm sorry. Like you will never be able to get that off. With telling me that when Mark Wahlberg playing the part of a guy from Texas. Doesn't work for me, bro. But you're right. We lived through that era. Okay, so with that era of films, where do you think which films would you say are the best reference of like that surrealistic, based on a true story, covert ops, military genre film? Which one is the peak? What was the best one out of all of those for y'all?
Ooh.
I'm trying to see something here.
I'm gonna say it right now. It ain't American fucking Sniper. That's for sure. Fuck that movie.
Yeah, was that Hurt Locker?
It might be Hurt. Dang, Hurt Locker might be. Shoot.
Hurt Locker was pretty good.
Is it Hurt Locker or Dark?
Was really
Zero Dark 30. Is that what you're thinking?
I mean, is it because Catherine Bigelow knew what she was doing both times out.
Bro, what was that one where they got real military guys? Act of Valor.
Act of Valor was heavy.
And they used live ammunition,
right,
apparently, to film that one. That one, I'm gonna take that one. That's gonna be mine.
Nolan might have gave them some notes.
We're shooting real terrorists this time.
He might have gave him some notes, man.
Oh no, don't do it.
I'm gonna say Act of Valor because that one was quote unquote the most accurate.
Okay,
I gotta give it to Hurt Locker. I think it won Best Picture.
It did. Hurt Locker, and I think that's where it's crazy because Jeremy Renner became a star off of that.
Off of that,
but Anthony Mackie was right there with him.
He was right there.
Nobody gave him
a fuck about it.
Like, I like Anthony Mackie's character a lot in that movie, bro.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I think Dark 30, bro. I think Zero Dark 30 was like the peak of that because Hurt Locker was a lot more condensed. The reason Hurt Locker was great is because it was like the world of Hurt Locker was right there. But like Zero Dark 30
it spanned like the globe. That was hard.
Man, it was, bro. But yeah, we seen that era come and go.
There were two Osama assassination movies. It was that and another one.
Oh shit! Okay.
Vantage Point.
Wait, no. Was it Vantage Point?
Yeah, where the president gets shot. And
no. There were two movies about the operation to kill Osama.
I didn't know that. I thought it was just Zero Dark 30.
Okay. Nah.
I mean,
I don't know what the other one was.
I mean, okay, so I like.
It's funny that you brought those up though, because I literally forgot. We did get like a slew of just military movies,
right? And they were good.
The 2010s, and they were pretty decent.
Yeah, I mean, let's see here. I like that question, Charles, because you got me thinking here. We had the young adult era, we had that military film era,
then superhero,
and then superheroes. Yeah. Damn, bro.
Zombie? Is it Zombie?
That was it.
No, vampires. We had vampires.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's true. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right.
True Bloods.
True Blood on TV.
Vampire Diaries. And then
I feel like the TV era was different than the movie era.
It was, but I think the audiences, like True Blood was really better than all that shit, right?
Mm.
I never saw True Blood, but I know like
that was Showtime. That was when Showtime was was like, the guy.
Right. Like True Blood, okay, but with the vampires, you're right. It was Twilight. It was one joint with Ethan Hawke. I think it was called like Daywalkers or Daybreakers. That shit looked fire.
That was fire.
What was Daybreakers about?
Oh man, like everybody was a vampire.
Correct.
And, like they were.
Oh yeah. And they were running out of blood.
Yeah.
They were running out of blood.
Yeah.
I remember that shit now.
That shit was hard.
The commercial. Literally, the woman was just stacking the blood.
Yeah.
Right there for people to see.
That was a different angle on the vampire genre. Then they did like the Abraham Lincoln vampire
Slayer. Yeah.
Man,
Bro,
crazy era.
I forgot about that too.
That was a crazy era.
Yeah, I mean the zombie era ended that. The Walking Dead put a stop to all of that shit.
Yep. Wrap it up. Find your way out of here, sir.
I mean, sci-fi. I'm not gonna say we were in a sci-fi era, but like, okay,
we got hit bits and pieces of it.
Right, but when did Ex Machina come out?
16, 17.
Okay,
I'm gonna say 16, 17.
I still haven't seen that joint, bro.
Good movie. 14.
Damn, 2014.
Fuck,
almost a decade.
Ex Machina came out in 2014.
Fuck, that makes me feel old.
Like,
welcome, D. Smith. Embrace us.
Yeah. Right under the wing. We got you right under the wing, bro.
Yeah, 2014.
Man, because even with the sci-fi, was that Alex Garland? Did he write Ex Machina?
He sure did.
Okay.
Ex Machina, Total Recall, Blade Runner, 2039. What else?
Shit, there was a lot of sci-fi.
Chappie.
Oblivion.
What Oblivion, and then what's the one that Matt Damon did?
Elysium.
Elysium, yeah.
Neil Blomkamp was supposed to be, man. He was supposed to. What the fuck, Neil?
He's right there. Like, what happened?
What the fuck, Neil? Man.
He was about to do damage.
He was, man. He was.
He's supposed to be them Coogler, Peele, Dennis Villeneuve. He's supposed to be right there.
Blomkamp was supposed to be right there, bro. Like, come on, man. They let Dennis Villeneuve got to do Blade Runner, and then he got to do Doom, but Neil never got to do Alien, bro.
Man.
Oh yeah, Alien. We got Alien, and then Prometheus.
Man, Ridley Scott, Brandon. Man, listen, I don't want to talk about that right now, man.
No, I'm just bringing up sci-fi movies.
Fucking
Dennis earned that off of Arrival, though. Arrival was crazy.
Okay.
For debuts, is that his first film?
If I had to guess, that put him on the map,
bro. That was
okay. So between Arrivals, Ex Machina, what was the best from the 2010s to the 2020s? If we're gonna boil down sci-fi,
don't do this,
right?
I'm just gonna throw it out there, Blade Runner, because I love that movie, and I feel like it got snubbed. Blade Runner. All
right. Because I mean, if there's one signature sci-fi joint for the 2010s, bro,
for the 2010s, it's Arrival.
We got a lot of heat. You saying it's Arrival?
It's Arrival.
Oh shit! All right, we got
Critical.
What up, Critical Nerd? What's good, brother? What's good,
hell!
Brother?
We don't trust you, Arthur.
We in here chilling, Arthur. We in here chilling, brother. Art. We chilling, bro. Peace to Peace to Critical Nerd Theory. Subscribe to that brother's channel, man, because he's in his bag right now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, bro.
Dennis did Prisoners.
You're right. I forgot about that.
That man's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Wasn't that
and
the space
Sicario.
one?
And Sicario.
Nah, that's the Hugh Jackman one with the kidnapping.
Yeah,
that guy's crazy, bro.
Prisoners was fire. He did Sicario also. Yo,
that sequel was ass.
Yo, that man scared me.
He wasn't involved with the sequel. Arthur, chill out, bro. Chill out, Arthur.
Okay, bro.
Chill out, Arthur. Chill out, brother. Chill out.
I told you.
Don't come up here because I'll blast you.
Hey, it's a work night. It's a work. Listen,
I'm gonna stop there, but I'm gonna stop there. I'm about to say.
Hey, we trying to look.
I'll throw gasoline and light your ass on fire. See me, bro.
So listen.
You want to sit down?
It's a trap, G. Smith. It's a trap.
Listen. Hey, look, man. We 2 hours in, bro.
Hey,
you know what I mean?
It's a trap.
Back to what we were talking about.
We 2 hours. All right, hey, you know what? Hey, my man said he on good behavior. That's what's up.
Okay.
That's what. Hey, chill out, D. Smith. Chill out, bro. You know what I mean? But no, we was talking about we just talking about sci-fi right now, Arthur. You know what I mean?
The best of the 2010s.
Man said he found Jesus. Oh man. But yeah, that man's resume is crazy, bro. But so you saying Arrivals was the best sci-fi that 2010s?
The 2010s?
You might be right.
I feel like it changed the game. I feel like Ex Machina was ahead of its time. I feel like Ex Machina would have made a bigger splash now with the AI shit.
With the AI shit, right? The one that was kind of disappointing to me though, that I didn't really feel Annihilation. I feel like that didn't really hit like it was.
Was that Alex?
Bro. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't feel that either. Big high concept, massive.
It was just flat. The end of that movie was just flat, bro.
Yeah, massive concepts. Yeah, and I could tell. Okay, I know what. I made that after watching Annihilation. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna stick to what I like outside of it being. I'm not gonna just watch any Alex Garland thing.
Right.
Don't watch it. Stick to what you like because he's still great. The show he did, Devs.
You told me about that.
Get the F out of here. That shit is crazy. Especially with everything happening now.
Okay.
That's a crazy show. But I did stick to okay, if I like this kind of show, I'm gonna watch it if it's Alex Garland. But this show I'm not gonna watch. He did one called Man, I think. Which is it looks like a little bit of a psychological horror from a woman's perspective. It looked like it was kind of anthology about the male gaze and a woman living in the male world kind of thing. I'm not watching that shit.
That was a little heavy.
Not because of that, just because I know what he'll do with it. I might watch it, but I don't want to watch it.
All right,
he goes, I might watch it.
We got a question. We got a question from Arthur in here.
What fan? If it were reality?
Shit, a lot. Damn, a lot. To be honest with you,
pick just one because
but
all terrible.
All right, as far as fantasy goes, let me see here. Because the fantasy, that's a good question. Because with fantasy genre, some of that could be applied to be a little bit scary. But I think overall, bro, if I'm keeping it all the way a buck, I'll say Cloverfield. Cloverfield fucked with me in that sci-fi fantasy pocket because you don't know where any of the shit came from, and there was nothing that they could really do to win in any of the movies, bro. The first Cloverfield, even though whatever, they got fucked up in that first Cloverfield.
The rap, yeah.
That kind of fucked with me a lot, bro. You know what I'm saying?
It's always crazy. Those I always wonder how it is in other countries.
Yeah. And as far as sci-fi, I don't know. What do y'all think, man?
Sci-fi that scares me.
Most of them do.
Yeah.
That's why it's so hard. It's like I gotta pick one.
All that shit is scary, bro.
There was one film with the guy from Ant-Man that always did the summary at the end, Spanish dude. That the robots didn't know they were robots, and then they were being invaded.
Damn.
By what they thought were aliens, but they were actually humans coming back.
Yeah.
That was a hard twist. That was a hard twist. That's probably it. That I would have to become the invader to claim my homeland back. I think that one's kind of spooky.
We got another one. This is a good one here, man. Y'all think Afrofuturism will ever become mainstream? If not, what could make it more marketable? Woo!
More of it. And more of it where people can see it, because it's happening in books, but it needs to be happening in comics and board games. It needs to, what is Donovan always saying? It needs to be cross-platform.
I like
where
it.
Kids can see it. Like how Disney Plus has this thing going on right now where they're doing shorts. That's basically Afrofuturism. I've been watching that a lot. But yeah, more of that. Way more of that.
What's your take on that, Charles?
That's a heavy one. I'd love for them to drop the term and just make futuristic movies with a predominant black cast.
There you go.
I think if they want to take over, then stop putting the sub-genre cover on your show.
I
like
agree with
too.
you, bro, but then how are we going to know?
I mean, that's the hope, right?
That's my only thing. When there's so much other stuff out there.
Yeah, and that's the hope. That's the hope that it's good enough that it stands out.
Okay.
Because that's already happening. What you're just saying, there's a lot of people doing Afrofuturism, and they'll put the tag on it, and it's supposed to be like, oh, what? Come on, support Afrofuturism. Or you take the time to work on it, so it's good everywhere, rather than just your subgenre. I'd love to just get rid of the label and just make futuristic stories with black folks on it, man.
Because bro, if you go ahead, D. Smith.
Oh, and as far as it being mainstream, probably not, unless we embrace it really, really hard, and then like anything, the rest of everybody will just jump on the back of that.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess I'm a piggyback on the question that Arthur put up there. Do y'all think that in order to make that happen, does there have to be an outside cosign from somewhere else in order for Afrofuturism to pop off in the way that, let's say, anime popped off or something like that? Is it possible for something like that to go mainstream without an outside influence? Because I would love to see something along the lines of what Arthur is talking about, or something along the lines of what Charles is talking about, or even you, D. Smith. The only concern that I would have with that is it getting fucked up by somebody else having to be involved with it, bro. Is it and is that something that's even possible? Like in this entertainment space, is there even room at the table for some of these big time Afrofuturistic concepts to be possible, made by us? Because if it doesn't belong to us, then it starts to get a little bit watery, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'd be concerned about shit getting watered, man. Like,
but I think leave it there, bro. I think so. And I'll say I feel it will be coming soon, but not very soon. I'll put it like that.
Yo. And
no, it ain't me, but I think it's we. If you know what I mean.
No, you're right. Yeah, look, I'm with you. We got one more question here, bro. Ooh-wee. Oh man.
They don't know about them enough. They don't know about him, and they're not willing to know about him. That's what I think the majority is. Not all of it. I'm with you, bro. I'm with you there. Not all of it.
But what do you think? Like, what characters do you think Blurs or Black Nerds, whatever, will support outside of Black Panther?
Ooh.
That's your answer.
If they promoted him, the problem is that they need to be more promoted.
Okay.
They're out there. They just need to be more promoted. Signal. He's basically like
static. Yep.
A Black Nightwing.
Which one you say?
Nighthawk. All the milestone characters.
Which character was that, D. Smith? That you just mentioned?
Signal.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Signal, Mr. Terrific, Nighthawk. I love Nighthawk. Love me some Nighthawk. Fuck, what's that one by Image?
So one small thing you just did. How did you just describe Nighthawk?
He's basically Batman meets Punisher. And I'll leave it at that.
All right. So what I think is, okay, Blurred, right? The Black Nerds, Blurred, whatever. Anyone who's in that space that says that they're Blurred, there's no way. There's no way to get this
channel shut down.
Most of them are just anime fans, and maybe
it's
like
daytime
D&D
Batman.
fans.
That whole they marketed him. That's how they marketed him.
That's how they market it. Well, I mean, this is what I'm gonna say here, bro. Like, you can't pride yourself on being a Blurred or identify yourself in this space of being a Blurred and not. I mean, I feel that wouldn't a requirement for calling yourself a Blurred be like being up on all of the Black comic book
characters? You can't
characters?
just tell me what I am.
No, I'm asking a question.
Where's my camera? You can't tell me.
I'm just asking. All I'm doing is asking a question. I'm just asking a question.
Hell, technically, I'm more Blurred than most of them fools because to me, most of them motherfuckers are really just anime fans and D&D fans.
Oh, see, because that's the question that I gotta ask there. Like, how are you a Blurred, but you only support the main Black characters who? Oh shit! Come on, Arthur. What are we doing here, Arthur?
Renegade Blackfist who are nerdy, but only damn, Arthur.
Arthur. Hey, listen. Hey, I can't wait till we get to pop up on your channel, bro. I can't wait. But I could never be a Blurred. Listen, hey, look. I mean, Arthur, you preaching some facts right now, because outside of the ones that are getting the push, I mean, like that's how I'm giving that up. And for the record, like they already fucked Mr. Terrific, but we're not gonna do that right now. Just pray, hope that adaptation that you've seen in the Arrowverse doesn't carry over.
Hey.
Just hope that doesn't carry over.
I trust my boy James Gunn enough to not even think to do
y'all can be like the stop and expose.
No, we're not gonna expose you, Arthur. Look, we're allies in this, man. Behind the scene and Critical Nerd Theory are allies here, bro. Like, no, we don't got no beef. We don't got no podcast beef here. They fucked Adam 20. Come on, man.
Oh my god.
Come on, Arthur. Come on, man.
What is happening? How does this always happen?
Just stand focused. Stand focused. I just think that the Blurs gotta clean some shit up over there, man. They gotta clean some shit up, bro. That's my take on that, man. But yeah, anyway, and I'm glad that came in there because I don't want to talk about Mr. Terrific. I don't know enough about Mr. Terrific, but that brought my antennas up when I typed that in on the Google.
Bro, I'll say this and leave it at that. Nah, I won't.
Arthur, I'm not putting that comment in there, bro. I can't do that, man. I can't put that other comment you just put in there, Arthur. I can't do that, bro. I can't do that, man. But you know what you're doing in them comments, man. You know what you're doing in them comments, bro. But this was some good content here, man. I like the questions there. I don't want to go in on the Blurs, man. I don't want to do that. I don't want to.
Nah, they shoot themselves in the face and don't even realize it.
Man,
So,
I don't.
That's why I'm like, okay.
I don't want that heat because then we get labeled certain things. But I will say this, man. OKingdomCome.com.
Oh, you tripping, bro?
Yep.
I will say that.
Buy the book. Buy the book.
I do need both of your reviews. So.
Oh yeah.
Write that up for me.
I got you, brother. We got you.
Okay.
And last
question. How long
question
do you think the blurred?
Oh yeah.
Like it's a lot different. The younger blurs are different than like the older blurs. Do you notice that? It's like kind of fragmented.
Okay.
It's
we'll get to your question.
Now we're getting the answer.
Even with his question is great too. But go first, Charles.
No, you were about to.
Yeah, go ahead, D. Smith.
You got the answer.
And we'll get to your question.
Generational. It's just a generational thing.
Okay.
It's more
being different
experiences and culture, what they're into versus what the other ones are into.
Man, like, see, shit. He said calling it black marketing is just a black. Okay, I think calling it black or marketing it just to black folks would be a mistake.
I agree.
Okay. I'm not in disagreement with that. I mean, because if you know, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put it that way. If you know what you're looking at, you know it's for you. It shouldn't. I'm on the fence.
It shouldn't sway you to buy something that you just because. But
what Arthur is saying, it definitely has some merit there, and different generations like different things. But my answer to that is this here. As far as the divide that you're talking about there, Charles, with the older generation of people who consider themselves blurs, I think there was more of an effort to kind of keep it centered, culturally centered is what I'm going to say. Like, I knew some guys that were into anime and into the skateboarding and into all of that, but they were still culturally centered towards, you know what I'm saying, keeping it somewhat, peripheral to our culture. With the younger generation of blurs, they just go all in on anime.
That's interesting.
It's all in on outside influences to where the cultural center isn't viewed as being like popular or the thing that's in. You know what I mean?
Or they take bits and pieces of what they think is their own culture and slap it on anime font.
And man, it's so crazy because, like, what does that look like in 10 years? So, like, the big animes that get people into anime, they've all either ended or they're ending. So, in 10 years, what does that look like? What does that look like?
Retreads.
Those start going to those other animes that aren't that good?
Yep. Possibly.
Or
maybe they might start rebooting over there now. Because they're already talking about rebooting Dragon Ball Z.
It's true. They did come back. They brought Bleach back.
That too.
That's a good point.
So they man, the idea of
oh my god,
Japanese people now starting to reboot their shit.
It's time for a third thing to slide in. The Western comics, and then there's anime, manga. There's a spot for a third.
Absolutely.
Time to slide
in. It starts with OKingdomCome.com.
Oh my god.
Yes, it does.
Listen, man.
Buy the book.
Arthur, I
buy
know
the book.
Like, y'all can't see these comments, huh?
No,
we can't.
Oh my! All right, man. I'm closing my eyes, and I shouldn't do this right now. I shouldn't do this, man.
I'm old. I'm like with the good of that. If I was 20, I would with this.
Like,
what time? Where is he at? Is he? What time?
Arthur, you down in Texas, right, brother?
Oh my god!
I said, what part of Texas?
What inspired that? That's all anime,
Yeah, that's all anime shit.
All anime shit.
Nicki Minaj.
Better not reboot Dragon
I
Ball
agree.
Z. Hey, what you gonna do about it?
You gonna say that after
You
you
gonna
saw
swim all the way to
GT,
Japan?
Super Hero? They're gonna reboot that shit.
He said, D. Smith, you was new Lord Lights.
You tripping. I thought you tripping.
Hey, D. Smith.
We gotta come over to that channel.
Hey, Arthur, we gotta pull up, bro. We gotta pull up, Arthur, because man,
The madness has to stop.
All right.
All I'm gonna say is you lucky you ain't on here.
Edmo, Numo, Ivy. On that note, how y'all feel about Netflix?
Is it out?
It's about to come out.
Man, there's too much shit on Netflix, bro.
Yeah,
like,
I'm not gonna watch that.
Personally, bro, don't care.
Yeah, I haven't watched the cartoon.
All right, he said he in Colorado now.
So that's 2 hours. So that's you guys' time.
My man said he gonna make Black Ball. All right.
Black Ball Z. Black Ball Z.
All right, Arthur. Look, hey, I'm pretty sure you in our Discord, right? Yeah, that's it right there. That's it. You could have just said pause, bro. All you had to say was pause. But Colorado, I dig it. Arthur, you in the Discord, right? I'm pretty sure you in the Discord, man. I know you in the Discord, bro. I know you in the Discord. If you're not,
hit me up, nigga. You want to talk all that shit? Hit me up, nigga.
One Piece live action is a horrible idea. Honestly,
yes, it is. It's
all
too
of
goofy.
that live action. I mean, even
that is too goofy and hard to be doing all that.
You're not on Discord. All right, Arthur. I'm gonna shoot you the link on Discord.
Pull up, nigga.
So we can
pull up.
Oh my god! How did this happen? How did we get here?
Listen, hey, Arthur. When we get off of the when we jump off of the live, I'm gonna shoot you the link to the Discord. Pull up to the Discord, and we'll coordinate this, man. Because we gotta jump on your show. We might even be able to get Donovan out the director's chair to pull up to your show, man. But
ridiculous.
But yeah, even like the rumor of the live action Attack on Titan, like I know they got a good
down for that if they do it right. That one they did in Japan was god awful.
Right.
I saw clips of that and I said, thank God.
I mean, I've never seen an episode of Attack on Titan, but
pretty good. I'll give them that first 2 seasons was top tier. It was like it was what made me believe that you can come out with something that'll overtake the big one. When it came out,
for a hot second, we thought it was gonna be that one. Didn't we?
When it came out, the views were higher than Dragon Ball. They were higher than Naruto.
It was getting referenced by other people and other shit.
It was good. It was good.
It was fixing to be that one.
After the second season, it kind of.
Okay.
I don't think he knew how to finish it. So
he tripped on his feet.
Yeah, he might have been drinking his
on his landing gears.
Those 2 seasons,
swimming in money right now.
Perfect. He's making mad money. Yeah. In the water voice. What world is this?
Listen, man. Hey, Arthur. I know it kicked in, happening? Man. The bean kicked in, man. On this Sunday night, they all go hiking every day. Who wants to hike? Listen, man. Hey, Arthur, chill out, bro. Arthur, you gotta chill. All right, look. On that note, man. Look, big shout outs to the director Dion Donovan. Stay on the lookout for the Cos famous musical, Brother Charles. OKingdomCome.com. Award-winning book for 2023. D. Smith. Big shout outs to you, brother. Shout outs to Orion Majin. My good brother Arthur, Critical Nerd Theory. We're gonna make this crossover happen very soon, man.
Got to.
I'll catch your ass on the Discord, nigga.
And then one question he said, how many flower shirts Donovan own now?
Oh, listen, my God.
My man is out in Florida. That's a mandatory item out of
That's when you click off stream. Like just cut it right there.
Listen,
I'll see you on the Discord.
Kyle's Pearl Harbor us twice.
That's a mandatory. That's a mandatory. Oh man, Arthur done came up here and body bagged us 2 lives in a row, man. But on that note,
flew across the Pacific and just crashed into the West Coast.
Man, on that note, we out of here. Peace out to y'all, brothers, man. Y'all have a good night. Be safe.
Be safe,
I think we'll probably be going live again in about a week. You know what I'm saying? Probably about a week. You know what I'm saying? And Arthur, we gonna get at you. We're gonna get at you on the Discord. I'm gonna shoot you that link on check your DMs on IG as soon as we hop off here, man. Peace out to y'all, brothers, man. Y'all be safe.
All right, see you.
Yep.